I think that, you've been preparing for this your whole life unknowingly. I mean, this battle this year, it just so happens you're a warrior, you're a fighter by nature. You're a guy who's always been defending and always been critiquing what's you perceive to be a threat to the church. And so now a time has come upon our church and upon the churches around the world that their freedoms are being taken away from them under the guise of public safety and health, public health, whatever that is. And so how do you think that God has prepped you for this? We're grateful you're here, MacArthur, because there's not a lot of people at the forefront of this resistance.
Well, at my age, it's good to be here, but it's even better to know you're here. So, and to know you're here. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm engaged in any different battle than I've ever been in. I feel like you have to do what's right, and you have to be reasonable and sensible. And when our people began to realize that they were being lied to, and that 99% of the people who get COVID are going to be fine, they didn't believe the narrative. So on their own, they just started coming back. And the health department at one point said they found 3 people who tested positive in our church, and said we were, I don't know, they put us on a list of places where there was an outbreak, 3 people. And a couple of weeks later, they removed us from that because they came back and, that was it. So the Lord has protected us. I couldn't have predicted that necessarily, that we wouldn't have more people being ill. It's gone through our congregation to whatever degree, it was symptomatically or asymptomatically, and we've continued to meet. And so I don't think this is some miracle. I just think this is looking at reality. And we talked to people who knew what that reality was, and I was following what the courts were saying, because we were litigating it in court, and the attorneys were, on our defense, were going into court saying, look, 99% of the people who get this recover. That is not a pandemic. That is not a plague. And so we decided that for all the reasons that we need, which is the Lord commands us to meet and to preach His truth, and if people are fearful, all the more reason to do that. So that's what we've been doing all along. And while we haven't had, say what James Coates has had, taken off in shackles into prison up in Canada, for whatever reason, the Lord has allowed me to continue to preach. And even people in the health department are more supportive of our church than they are the health department. They're embarrassed by what the health department's doing. We definitely are a thorn in the side of the godless politicians who would want to shut us down, but they haven't been able to find a way to do it.